Now let's take a look at the depreciation of the Jamaican dollar since our so-called independence in 1962. All right, taking a look at the headings. We have the year, the JMD, our Jamaican dollar to USD value, the depreciation of the dollar per administration, and the total depreciation of the dollar s- since 1969 per year. So this column shows the total depreciation of the dollar since 1963 in any year you select. So for example, in 1979, the dollar depreciated 112% since its launch in 1969. So I have color coded the years each political party was in power. So green represents the years the JLP was in power, orange represents the year the PMP was in power, and yellow represents an election year. So in these years, both political party was in charge of the country for at some point within that year. There was an election and an administration change for the years color coded in yellow. Now, even though so let's back up. So Jamaica gained independence in 1962. However, the Jamaican dollar wasn't launched until 1969. Prior to 1969, Jamaica used the pound sterling. So when Jamaican dollar was launched in 1969, it valued 0.833 US dollar. So in other words, 1 US dollar could only buy 0.833 Jamaican dollar. So 0.833 Jamaican dollar equaled 1 US dollar, right? And the Jamaican dollar was higher than the US dollar for many years until 1977. I'm sorry, until 1978 when when it was 1.413 Jamaican dollar to 1 US dollar. And from 1978, it was all downhill from there. The dollar depreciated rapidly under both administrations from 1978 onwards. Now let's see how each administration handled the Jamaican dollar. So between 1969 to 1971, the Jamaica Labour Party was in power. The value of the Jamaican dollar to the US dollar was 0.833 for all those years. So there was no depreciation of the Jamaican dollar. The Jamaican dollar even appreciated in 1972 by 8%. So 1 US dollar could only buy 0.767 Jamaican dollar, or in other words, it took only 0.767 Jamaican dollar to purchase 1 US dollar in 1972, right? So there was an election in 1972. The People's National Party came into power. Now we're not going to use the election years for analysis. We want to use the full years in which the administrations were in power. So in 1973, the Jamaican dollar valued $0.902 to 1 US dollar. Close to the end of their administration in 1979, the dollar valued 1.765, a depreciation of 95.68% under the PMP. There was an election in 1980. The Jamaica Labour Party came into power. 1981 was their first full year. In 1981, the dollar valued 1.781. At the end of Close to the end of their administration in 1988, the dollar valued 5.489, a depreciation of 202%. Well done, Mr. Politician, man. You done a wonderful country. You done a wonderful job. I mash up the country, demolition man. In 1989, there was another election year, and the People's National Party came into power, and this began a 17 or 18-year reign of the PMP from 1990 to 2006, which was their last full year. There was an election in 2007. So between 1990 to 2006, 17 years under the PMP. So the value of the Jamaican dollar in 1990 was 7.184, which was already a depreciation of 762% from when it was launched in 1969 at 0.833%. So already they got it 762% less than what it valued to begin with. So in 1990, the value of the Jamaican dollar was 7.184 to 1 US dollar. We in 2023 we'd love to have those days again. We would love to have the days when it was 7.184 Jamaican for 1 US, even though the dollar depreciated by 762% to get it there. But we take it compared to what it's at now. Let's continue. At the end of the PMP's administration, or close to the end of their administration in 2006, the value of the dollar was 65.744 to 1 US dollar. In other words, it took it 1 US dollar could buy 65.744 Jamaican dollar, a depreciation under the PMP of 815.14%. Well done, Mr. Politician Man. You done a wonderful job. I tear down the dollar, Mr. Demolition Man. Let's continue. So, 2007, election year, JLP made promises. They're going to stabilize the dollar. Blah, 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 blah. 2008 was their first full year. The dollar valued 72.756 in 2008. At the close to the end of their administration in 2010, it valued 87.548, a depreciation of 20.33%. So much for stabilizing the dollar, Mr. Politician Man. 2012, 2011, there was an election. 2012, dollar valued 92.15. Close to the end of the PMP's administration, it valued 119.642, depreciation of 30%. Again, well done, Mr. Politician Man. 2016, there was an election. Prime Minister Brogard came in, made promises. You know the drift. Dollar in 2017, the dollar valued 123.6608. At the well, I can't even say close to the end of their administration because I have no idea when it's gonna end. But as at 2023, the value of the Jamaican dollar was 153.586, a depreciation of 24.25%. But this is the important number right over here. So in 2023, the dollar depreciated by 18,338% since its launch in 1969, where it valued 0.833. So since its launch in 1969 at 0.833 to 1 US dollar, the dollar has depreciated by 18,338%. 18,000. Summarize. So the depreciation per year under the JLP is 12.04%. And this is per year. So every year the JLP has been in power from 1969 until 2023, they have averaged 12.05% depreciation of the dollar every year. They should be ashamed of themselves. The PMP should be double or triple ashamed of themselves because the dollar has depreciated by 33.59% per year under the PMP. 33.59% per year under the PMP for every year that they have been in power since 1969 until 2023. Now, obviously, some years it was more, some years it was less, but the average depreciation per year is 33.59%. Well done, Mr. Politician Man. If you found this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.